What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scriv, and welcome back to the channel. So, as you all know, this past weekend was the premiere of the new Dragon Ball movie, Dragon Ball Super Superhero. And because it was an opening weekend, I decided that I was going to actually go give it a look once I got off from work. So, with that being said, let's talk about it. So, with the whole plot of the Dragon Ball superhero movie is, now when I say it's subpar, basically what I'm saying is that it had the potential, but yet also at the same time, they could have done a whole lot more. So let me explain. Of course, with the Dragon Ball franchise, a lot of people basically call it the Goku franchise because every story, every movie, every arc, Goku is always the one to come in the end to save the day, all of that. Now, the thing is, one thing that I did like about this movie is the fact that they were basically giving Piccolo and Gohan their own story. And so now, of course, we did see exactly where Goku, Vegeta was. They were basically training on Beerus' planet with Broly and stuff to, because that's what they do. So here's the thing. Commander Red of the Red Ribbon Army, his son Magenta, basically is trying to resurrect the Red Ribbon Army and basically go forward with what it is that Commander Red failed to do in the end. So, of course, he catches wind that Dr. Giro's grandson, Dr. Hedo, is basically out of prison. So, Magenta lies to Hedo saying that, look, Bulma briefs and the Castle Court, they are basically this evil organization. They are housing extraterrestrials and basically threw in the whole Cell saga to, all of this. And so, of course, we knew what was going on as, the audience, but yet, of course, the characters, like the main humans and stuff like that, they didn't know anything about Saiyans or, anything like that. So seeing a humanoid person, fly, use ki blast, that was just beyond them, right? So, of course, Magenta basically convinced Hedo that the Castle Corp are housing, extraterrestrials. They're this big evil organization that they're trying to take over the world, but all of that, the typical cliche, anti-hero plot. So of course, that's where we get our two new androids, and Gamma 1 and 2. And so they, believe that they are the heroes, all of this. Well, we also learned that they Hedo wind up actually creating a Cell replica called Cell Max. Now, the only thing that I had an issue about that is, where did he get the technology data of how Cell looked, how Cell functioned, all of that, because I could have sworn that Trunks and Krillin had destroyed Jiro's lab, unless I'm kind of missing something. But so of course, now where it comes to be a Piccolo and Gohan story is because with Piccolo basically infiltrates the Red Ribbon Army and learns that, this is what is going on. Now, early he did have a fight with Gamma 2, and so he was just confused because Gamma 2 knew everything about him, referring to him as King Piccolo from way back when Dragon Ball Z first started. So, not only that, but Piccolo learns everything now of what the Red Ribbon is trying to do, so he infiltrates as a Red Ribbon soldier and basically is getting the inside scoop. Was basically trying to tell Bulma, but he wanted Bulma to basically get in contact with Goku and Vegeta because everybody knows Goku and Vegeta are here to save the day. But of course, Bulma couldn't and whatnot, so we're stuck, right? Now, he remembers that back on Namek in the Namekian saga that Elder Guru had unlocked the potential of Krillin and Gohan. So he goes to Dende on the lookout, wants Dende to unlock his potential, but something happens to where I can't remember exactly what happened as to why Dende couldn't and whatnot. Oh no, it's because that Namekians have to reach a certain age in order to be able to use said ability. So what Dende did was that he upgraded Shenron's wish granting powers. So of course, come to find out, Bulma has been collecting all the Dragon Balls, and she has a actual team that goes and finds the balls. And so what Bowman has been doing is basically giving herself cosmetic surgery. That's why she looks so young all this time, because she's been wishing that from the Dragon Balls. So Piccolo goes to Bulma, has like, hey, look, this is the situation. Summon Shenron, so he gets his potential unlocked. And that is where, Piccolo gets his new form from later in the movie. So then, not only that, where Gohan's story comes in at is that Pan gets kidnapped. And so Piccolo, who infiltrated the Red Ribbon Army, purposely, kidnaps Pan and everything, and basically lets Pan know this is what's going on. Now, of course, there's a time skip, because in Dragon Ball Super, when the anime ended, Pan was only, I think, about 6 months old and stuff. And so now here in the movie, she's 3. So there was that time skip. Now, the thing is, everything basically comes to light when Gohan realizes that Pan's been kidnapped. And so when come to find out that Magenta, had let Hero know that he lied, then that's when everybody realized, okay, no, Magenta is the bad guy. We need to, basically team up, because Magenta had already unleashed Cell Max before he was fully ready to, function, stuff like that. So the thing is, now mind you, the fights were good. The animation, they did go use like the 2D, 3D aspect of the animation, so it wasn't completely drawn. And now, mind you, I did like the fight scenes. I did, like what they were doing with that. Now, this is where all the issues of the movie come in at. So Bulma goes and recruits 18 Krillin, as well as Trunks and Goten. Everybody was getting ready to help. 18, she was just like, look, I'm just about to whip some ass, so let's just go, and whatnot, especially when she realized that it was another cell. So then Krillin stayed behind for a little bit, and so Trunks and Goten, Trunks had actually suggested they do the fusion to become Gotenks. I was excited about that because I always wanted to see a teenage Gotenks. But then Goten, now mind you, of course, this is the age gap, so they are a lot older. They're teenagers now. Goten forgot the fusion dance. How? How do you forget the preparations for your most powerful technique? So they do the dance and whatnot, but yet they didn't show exactly what went wrong and stuff. And so, of course, the fusion failed, and you had the fat Gotenks. That was supposed to be the comedy relief of the movie that I just did not like at all. Because Gotenks is, one of my favorite characters. So, of course, Piccolo fighting Cell Max, everybody's getting their ass beat and everything. Gamma 2 winds up sacrificing himself to basically weaken Cell Max because, plot. But then once Piccolo got defeated by Cell Max, that's when Gohan basically unlocks his new form. And so his new form is basically, it looks kind of like, it's basically like his Super Saiyan 2 form, but yet his hair is a lot more extended, and his hair is like I don't know if it's like a gray or a silver. It looked kind of like a silver and stuff. But then with Piccolo's potential, unlocked, he gets like this big bulked up form, turns orange, like a slight orange and stuff like that, and he's a lot more powerful. And his antenna, instead of hanging down like this, it kind of curve up. All right, so the new forms, come to find out that the new forms, they even had to do an article about this, saying that the new forms are not canon to the manga. we kind of already knew that because the movie did seem a little out of place, at least to me. The movie seemed, like every other Dragon Ball Z movie to where it was just not canon to the story. Now, the only 3 canon movies to the Dragon Ball franchise is Battle of Gods, Resurrection of F, and then Dragon Ball Super Brawling. That's the only 3 movies that's canon to the entire franchise. So I kind of already knew that the new movie wasn't. And so, and then plus the manga is way ahead. And so there's no mention of, these 2 new forms. And even though I'm not caught up on the manga, nor have I actually read the manga after the Tournament of Power, I don't even know if the movie had any elements or plots in the manga, meaning like, okay, well, so Max, in the movie was Magenta or Dr. Hedo, like was the movie taken from the manga is what I'm trying to say. But the thing is, if you're going to come up with a new movie like this where you're going to introduce a new power, introduce a new enemy, then actually take the time to sit and actually write the story. Yes, we are tired of the story being all about Goku saving the day and stuff, but if you're going to have Gohan to be the potential hero, then sit down and actually think about this and write a very good story about it thoroughly. And that's what I mean by it is subpar. And the fact that you had so much potential that you basically wasted. You wasted Goten and Trunks as 2 individual characters. You basically wasted Gotenks. I am still pissed off about that. You shouldn't even have brought him in if that's what you were going to do. But other than that, I did like it, and it was enjoyable and stuff. There's just, it had the potential. It failed. Come to find out that in Japan, it basically bombed and stuff. I don't know if it bombed here in the States, but when I went to go see it yesterday, there really wasn't a lot of people in the theater and stuff. So I figured it probably is going to, bomb here as well. But overall, basically what I've been trying to say is that, yeah, it's meh and everything for the most part. Now, giving it a scale 1 to 10, I'd say I'll give it about a 5.8. That's just me being nice and whatnot. But for all of you who have seen it, what did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it and stuff? Let's open a conversation in the comments. I'm going to end this video here. Like, all I can say is that's all I can say and everything about my whole experience with watching the movie. So I'm just going to end it here and whatnot. This has been your boy Scriv, and I will see you guys next week.